So at the moment, just searching the car from top to bottom.
PC Craig Andrews has just stopped a suspected drug dealer in Dunstable. He used to work in a two-man team, but cuts mean he's on his own now. When he makes an arrest, he often needs backup. This one incident has tied up a third of the town's frontline officers who are on shift.
It can be very, very frustrating. If there are a few more officers about, you could do something proactive.
His colleagues cover a more rural part of Bedfordshire, one of the most underfunded forces in the country.
We're trying to do the absolute best we can for people, but we just can't because there aren't the numbers.
Today's announcement of more cash for stretched forces like Bedfordshire will mean they can recruit more officers, but they've endured years of cuts.
So I welcome the news that there is an increase. It is critical that we get to a position where the police service in this country is properly funded.
Overall, police funding goes up by £970 million for next year, yet more than half of that comes from allowing some councils to raise their local taxes by around £24 a year. And £153 million will be spent on filling the hole in the police pension scheme.
There was two guys round the side of my house trying to get round the back.
Tim Welch called 999 when he saw men trying to break into his house in broad daylight, but the police were too busy to attend.
I felt that my family's safety was jeopardised by all this, so I have very great concerns.
Today I challenged the police minister on whether the funding's enough to reassure victims like Tim Welch.
He rang 3 times 999, no one could come for lack of resources. In the end, he had to go to the police station twice before he even saw an officer, and even then they couldn't deal with it because they didn't have the resources.
They are stretched, and that is why we have taken the steps last year and this year to increase public investment in policing.
These figures can be spun in many different ways.
It's not spinning. It's not spinning.
Well, many people will, including the Police Federation, will say that this is spin, that in real terms you might have avoided a catastrophe, but the crisis continues.
The Police Federation will, of course, say that. I think you will find that
people in Bedfordshire would say that.
I think you will find that they recognise that over the last 2 years the government has listened very carefully to the police. They need more support, and that is what we're delivering.
Across Britain, police forces will be digesting today's funding figures and assessing whether they really will address what many claim is a critical situation. Dan Rivers, ITV News.